So today I'm focusing on the number one. And this is how I've actually worked in golf. See, my golf, everybody had different strategies. There's so many different, it's like Christianity or Islam or Buddhism or Hinduism. So you have different schools of thought because you have different masters. You know, in the Christian schools, you have the Catholic, the Protestant, and so on. Different Presbyterian, Methodist, different masters, right? In Islam, you have Shia, Sunni, you know, again, different authorities. Hinduism, you have different schools. Buddhism, you have Mahayana, Vajrayana, you have Theravada. You have so many different schools of Buddhism. I'm in the Mahayana. I studied in the Mahayana Buddhist school. So this is very important. The point we're trying to make is all the same great teacher. In Christianity is Jesus Christ. Islam is Muhammad. In Hinduism is Krishna. In Buddhism is Buddha. But then, you know, the way these teachers are followed. So it's the same thing in golf. In golf, you have so many giants. Okay, Dustin Johnson, Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson. You have seen Phil Mickelson sporting. I believe Phil Mickelson is the best. You know, he has a very excellent putting teaching where he walks around the circle. And I try to teach that method as well. Fantastic method. It's really good. You know, so you have different teachers like that. So many different teachers. Jack Nicklaus, all these guys, they wrote books. Jack Nicklaus wrote a lot of books. He worked with several scholars in golf to try to teach you a lot of techniques of how to golf. So you have to do a lot of research. As I said, no human being is going to be perfect. But if you're really interested in this business, you know, you've got to do a lot of research. You've got to do a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of practice. A lot of reading, a lot of practice, and then you see yourself really developing and increasing as I have, you know. So this is very important. You really want to do it that way. And again, as I said, there are different schools, different approaches to everything. Whether you are putting, there are different ways of putting, because different masters establish those ideas. Yes, so there's just not one way only. Putting has different ways, because different giants did it in different ways. See what I'm saying? Just like, you know, Catholic and Protestant, right? And then different kinds of Protestant churches, different masters. So it's the same thing golfing. Different giants, they had different ways. Some did the putting. They are all, if you check the putting teachings, there are so many ways to putt. Then if you check the driving, so many ways to do it again, because different drivers did it differently. Some people were big. See, I'm not a very big person. See, I'm slender. So if a bigger person is twice my size, maybe 250 pounds or 200 pounds. I'm just about barely, maybe a little over 100 pounds. So if I'm trying to drive, you know, somebody's about twice my size, about 200 pounds with this golf club, it's not going to do it the way I do it at all, because we are not similar. Okay, person 200 is going to have the club differently. He might not be able to take the club all the way to the back because his size is big. So, and we have golfers like that. So a bigger golfer will not be able to really take it all the way as he would want to take it. He may take it half, 3/4, and very effective because it's huge. His size matters. It's going to put a lot of impact on the club head. So again, that's what I'm saying. So when you check the masters, you really want to, like the religious teachings. I gave you an example. It may not be the best example, but I'm just giving an example to be able to figure it out. Then you want to follow a path. If you want to learn how to put, you may want to check how maybe Dustin Johnson does his putting, Tiger Woods does his putting, Phil Mickelson, and then you follow. These guys don't put the same way. They don't do it the same way at all. Tiger Woods has a completely different approach of putting than Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson uses his left, and Phil Mickelson is a right-handed person. But in golfing, when playing golf, he uses his left. Fantastic, right? He uses his left. Phil Mickelson plays golf with his left, yet he's right-handed. So all these folks, they have completely different approaches. So when you want to play, you may start in the beginning just doing it arbitrarily. Later on, you may want to follow some line. You may want to maybe follow Tiger Woods in driving or in putting, follow Phil Mickelson in putting, or Dustin Johnson in driving. Dustin Johnson has some fantastic drive. Is a 6-foot guy. I've seen some of Dustin Johnson's drive first class. He has some superb driving. So that's what I'm saying. So it depends on the stars who are out there. Again, as I gave example of Christianity, you know, and Jesus Christ, Peter, see the Roman church. You see, Roman Catholic Church, St. Peter, that was seat of Peter. But then there's Mark. What about Coptic, Egypt? The title Pope came from Egypt. The title Pope was borrowed in Rome. The title Pope didn't start in Rome. The Egyptian bishops were using it first. Then the Roman, around 400 and something AD or so, the Romans copied the title from Egypt. Because Egypt had St. Mark. Remember St. Mark? St. Mark, one of the saints, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. St. Mark, one of the gospel writers, he started the papacy in Egypt. See, after Jesus Christ, all these guys are spread it out. Matthew is not the same person as Mark. Mark is not the same person as Luke. Luke is not the same person as John. So you already see 4 schools coming right there. Matthew has an approach. He has a gospel on Christ. He has his own testament, right? Then Mark has a report. Luke has, you see what I'm saying? The same person, different reporters. Matthew, Mark. Mark went to Egypt. St. Mark started the Coptic, what they call the Coptic church. Different, they have their popes there in Egypt. And then the Romans copied that title Pope from the Egyptian popes following St. Mark, while the Roman is following St. Peter. All these, they are going to Christ. Same, but different schools, different. So it is in golf. Tiger Woods is a giant. Dustin Johnson is a giant. Phil Mickelson is a giant. They don't play golf the same way. The same golf, different approach. So you might want to follow some Tiger Woods idea or some Dustin Johnson's idea. Phil Mickelson are different giants coming up. Later on, you'll see their schools going to spread out like Matthew, Mark, and Luke, as I said. These guys have different approach and they are all excellent in golfing. So when you guys are coming to try to follow, you may want to follow Tiger Woods. You may like the way he puts or the way he drives. Dustin Johnson, I like his driving. Fantastic. Dustin Johnson has very good driving. Phil Mickelson, I like his putting. So, and so on and so forth. So you're going to see these guys just like that. And then you follow the line of action that you want to follow. Okay.